Gemini, this is your May 2013 forecast. This is a month of change. There are two eclipses this month. One is a solar eclipse and the other is a lunar eclipse. Solar eclipses tend to be the beginning of something, and lunar eclipses tend to signify the ending of something or the culmination of something, something where you're closing the chapter and moving on. And eclipses tend to have a long range of influence, so could impact you for 6 months, a year, even more. So you want to be wary and kind of place yourself in a good spot around those times, so that you're not negatively impacted and that you can take advantage or make the most of the positive aspects. So on the 9th of May, there is a solar eclipse, and this is in your 12th house. Your 12th house is the house of institutions, secrets, and so this is kind of an interesting place to have a solar eclipse. Maybe there's someone, like I said, it's kind of the beginning, it signifies the beginning of something, so maybe you're tending to someone that's in an institution, a hospital type situation, or maybe it's the beginning of some kind of something that you have to keep under wraps, something hidden, something that cannot be revealed at this time. There's some kind of secret. It tends to come out as well sometimes as gossip, maybe even in the workplace, because it is in opposite angle to your work environment, part of your chart. But this is generally a pretty benign, pretty positive eclipse, so I don't see it taking place as something necessarily negative, but you know, maybe there's something taking form that you just can't reveal at this time. Or, like I said, maybe you are attending to someone that is in the hospital or is in some kind of institution, and you're helping them out, you're taking care of them. There is a lunar eclipse on the 25th. This is in your 7th house. Your 7th house is the house of partnerships. So this can be either a romantic partnership, but tends to be more of like a very committed, not just a light, frivolous, I'm dating someone kind of a partnership, but more of a spouse or a fiance, someone that you're very heavily committed to, or someone that you're very close to. Or it could be a business. So a business partnership, an ally. It can even be on a more objective level. It can refer to a competitor. So these are someone that you have a very kind of close relationship with, but on an objective level it could be either positive or negative. So it could be a spouse, or it could be even kind of like a close enemy that you have, someone near to you, a frenemy, someone that is not necessarily in the best light, but they're very close to you. Or with regards to business, it could be your partner or your ally, or your competitor, someone that you're in business you're kind of up against. And this will bring, the lunar eclipse brings these things to a culmination or an end, so you can move on to a new chapter. On the negative side, we could see it with, you know, sometimes people break up under these influences. Sometimes, you know, your competitor might get the best of you during these influences. So just be careful. Be careful of what you say, be careful of what you do, because this will have a long range of impact. It's also negatively aspected by Neptune, which is the planet of illusion and deception, and things could look fantastic at the beginning and then turn out not to be so fantastic. Once kind of that cloud disappears and you get more clear on what's going on, you'll see that you may have been duped at that time. And Neptune is in your 10th house, which is your 10th house of, which is your house of career and public recognition. So it could play out in many different ways. It could play out with regards to either career and some kind of deception within that, or, you know, something going on with a partner or close relationship that you have. But this will allow you to close those doors and move on to something else. There's also an aspect between Pluto and Uranus, and this is around the 20th of May. This is kind of a big, crazy influence where it doesn't happen very often. They don't move very quickly, so this aspect does not come along very often. And it is between two really big planets. And when we have seen it in the past, historically, it's been a time of revolt. On a global scale or national scale, it's been something that is... maybe there's a tyrannical leader, a dictatorship, and there's some kind of revolution or revolt against them. But hopefully it won't go there. Hopefully it'll be more on a personal level, and there's some kind of inner turmoil going on. If you want to learn more about how this could affect Gemini in the 2 houses that these planets are in, please go to astrologykiki.com. As well as to look at, there are many aspects throughout this entire month that I talk about on astrologykiki.com in like a written format. So you'll go from an influence on institutions and secrets, something hidden, to an influence in the second half of the month on more of your goals and dreams, where we move into the first house and, becomes more of goes from a very introverted, part of your chart, an introverted time of the year for you, which will be more recapitulating and looking at your past year and what's gone on, to more of your goals and dreams and a more very external and outward part of your year coming up to your birthday, and the influence is more about you. So from very introverted to more extroverted, but you'll have those positive influences towards the beginning of the month and more negative influences towards the end. So it'll be a very interesting month and a month of change for everyone, really, because these will impact people in every sign. So that's your May forecast. Thank you.